Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to our ISI video channel where we discuss various topics related to international students. Today, we're going to be chatting with Alisha Rowe, who is a registered dietitian at San Francisco State University, about why it's so important to eat healthy and how it contributes to our emotional well-being. Alisha, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon to talk with our international students. Food plays such an important role in all of our lives. Could you just share generally how food impacts our overall mental state?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sally. Food and emotional and mental health are very closely related, and it's important that we understand how food can impact the way we feel. People may have good or bad associations with foods or feel nostalgia to certain foods, like your grandmother's homemade Italian sausage. It might be hard coming to a new country. You're excited to be here in this new space, but also sad and missing family. And adjusting to food is another hard thing that students have to do.
Definitely. And it's no doubt that the food here in the US can be made with different ingredients compared to other countries that students may not be familiar with. And just adjusting to a different type of diet can affect both our mental as well as our physical state. Can you explain a bit more how different types of food correlate to our emotional well being?
Yeah, eating fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains will provide you with consistent energy and help you feel happier. Many studies have shown that these foods can help combat anxiety and depression. On the other hand, foods that are high in refined sugars and preservatives, such as candy or snack food, can lead to mood swings and worsen feelings of depression.
Definitely. I mean, I know I love my candy, but it is something to have in moderation. And as we had mentioned previously, the US does incorporate different ingredients, some of which might not even be allowed in other countries. What would you suggest when it comes to finding food, and what ingredients international students should be familiarizing themselves with when they're going out to the grocery store and shopping?
It's best when you're going to the grocery store to shop the perimeter of the grocery store. The perimeter will have whole foods and the freshest foods. Farmers markets are also a great option to get locally grown produce. Food along the aisles will be more processed, so just shop those with caution. And if you're buying a new food, I'd recommend looking at the nutrition label just to familiarize yourself with what's in it. As you can see on the side here, here's a Nature Valley granola bar. It has the word nature in it, so you think it's healthy. It also has oats and honey, which people would say are healthy, but this actually has a lot of sugar. The key things you want to look at on a nutrition label is the serving size. So for this, it says 2 bars, which is 1 packet, but sometimes serving size can be 5 crackers or 10 crackers. It varies so much by brand. So you really always want to check the serving size on the food that you're eating to know what those numbers represent for how much you're eating. A lot of snack foods in the US also have added sugar and preservatives that your body might not be used to at home. US foods are often higher in fat, sugar, and sodium, and often lower in fiber and calcium. And there's a lot of sugar out in different things, and there's a lot of different names for sugar. So, if you're just looking at the label, you see sugar, but then later on, you might see these other popular names for sugar. So there's sugar, cane sugar, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltodextrin, sucrose, and honey. So those are really common names for sugar that if you're looking at a label, you want to make sure that you see sugar. And then if you see any other names that are like sugar or those other words, to know that there's a lot of sugar in those foods.
Great. And I know that I've just learned some fun facts. So thank you. The shopping the perimeter of the grocery store, I wasn't aware of that, but that makes total sense. And I know that I have also consumed those Nature Valley granola bars thinking that they were healthy and good for me, but definitely need to be looking out for more natural foods, that's for sure. So thank you. And using all of this information as a good rule of thumb for what to incorporate and what other foods to avoid, what would you suggest when it comes to meal planning and incorporating more or less of?
So I think meal planning can definitely help you eat out less and eat healthier at home. You want to also try to reduce processed foods such as cereal and look for more wholesome food like oatmeal, or switch out white rice for brown rice, or sweet potatoes for white potatoes. Those all are going to have more nutrient dense options.
Great, awesome. And is there anything additional you'd like to add when it comes to maintaining a healthy diet and healthy lifestyle?
So college can be very sedentary. Poor diet and lack of exercise can contribute to weight gain. So just try and incorporate exercise into your daily life is going to be really helpful.
Definitely, especially right now with the current climate and with winter here, it's definitely harder to get outside. So that's definitely something that I think we all need to remain cognizant of. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all of your insight today. I know that I personally have gained some useful tips, and I hope all of our viewers have as well. We appreciate you joining us today, Alisha. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you to everyone that's joined us today. If you have any questions, as you know, feel free to always reach out. We're always happy and here to help, and we'll see you all next time.